So here I am again, Mike Neumann at the NPC Junior Nationals, and we're sitting in the room with Rachel Baker. The night before prejudging, bikini and figure prejudging just got over with, and the competition is steep. A lot of quality competitors came from all over the nation to compete in one of the biggest shows in the nation, and that is the NPC Junior Nationals. And women's physique is going to be tomorrow morning. So Rachel Baker is going to test the waters here. She's a two-time Yorton Cup champ. She won the Gaspari Pro last year in the IFPA, and she's pretty much done everything she could in the IFPA, so now she's going to see what she can do on one of the biggest stages. She's not new to the NPC. I mean, she's been on the national stage a handful of times. She just did her best placing at the Junior USA, second place, not too long ago, and she's actually one of the favorites to win her show this weekend, so she might get a pro card. You might see the newest pro sitting right next to me. So, Rachel Baker, how you feeling the night before prejudging now?
I feel pretty good. I'm a little tired right now, but I feel pretty good.
Yeah. I can see it's about 10 o'clock on Friday night, and I wanted to come earlier, but I had to watch bikini and figure first. Hope it didn't keep you up, or you're not going to get real sleep tonight anyway. So what kind of package can the fans expect to see from Rachel Baker in the morning when you step on stage?
I think it's going to be a much more confident and polished package than they saw 3 weeks ago at USA's. Made some changes to my routines and my posing, and cleaned some things up. So I'm just confident to get back out there and do it again and show them what I've got.
Okay, now you're still trying to find your niche. I mean, you've competed in a bunch of different divisions. You're normally in the figure division in the IFPA. Now, what's the biggest difference between figure and the IFPA and women's physique and the NPC? Are they two totally different looks, or what kind of difference does it make, really?
Well, in seeing what the judges were looking for at USA's, I think that the women's physique and IFPA figure have a very similar look. IFPA figure, the figure girls can come in harder and can carry some more muscle mass than an NPC figure girl. So I think there's an easy transition between the two. The look is very similar.
Did you have to tone your look down? Like, do you got to kind of like maybe come in harder now, or more soft, or what kind of different look do you got to bring to this table?
Well, like I said, I didn't know what the judges were looking for, so I just worked out hard and did what I do, and
Yeah, I can understand that. Now, since you've done everything you possibly could in the IFPA, I mean, come on, you won the Yorton Cup twice, you beat the Terry McBees, and you beat Monica Cassis, and you beat Nicole Weeks, and I mean, you've done it a couple different times, so really you have nothing else left to prove. So for you to go to the next level, it only makes sense for you to go this route. So what do you see in the future? What would you like to get accomplished over the next few years? What's your goal in this sport?
Well, I think I'm going to stay with the NPC and see where I go with that.
Okay.
Especially in physique, because I think that's where I fit in best, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I hope to get some sponsorship as a result, and just continue competing. I enjoy it, meeting people and getting on stage.
Yeah, do you find that you're getting more exposure in the NPC? Because I mean, even if you place a little bit lower in the NPC, you might just get your name and your face out there a little bit more. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, there's a lot more exposure in the NPC.
Okay, now I wonder, because it seems kind of, the first thing when I seen you got second place at Junior USA, I'm thinking to myself, well, it's the NPC, it's non-tested. Of course, you don't got to worry about that so much when you're doing the women's physique and bikini and figure and all that. But it seems like the IFPA figure is almost looking for the same thing as an NPC women's physique, because if you can place high at the IFPA level at the Yorton Cup and also place high at the NPC Junior USA level, I mean, what differences are they looking for, really? It seemed kind of odd, because I thought they were totally different looks they were going for, but it's almost the same thing, huh?
Yeah, I think it is. I think the NPC is looking for just a harder, natural look. With the way they refer to it when they talk to us about it, the judges, in terms of what they're looking for, they say they want a figure girl with extra muscle.
Okay. And, actually, it's been said, in fact, I think when you were on the podcast last time, somebody actually said that if you take the heels off Rachel Baker, she's almost like a little bodybuilder. And you do got a lot of muscle on your frame. You got a pretty small frame, but you pack on a lot of muscle and you hold it on just right. So this woman's physique could be just the niche you're looking for, because you get to hit a few mandatory poses. You got to look feminine. So how do you think you might like this so far?
I think this is ideal. I love it. It's perfect. You get a chance to work hard, but you have the time on stage to do your routines and to show off what you got, your best body parts, get to do a little performance, and get the audience to see more of your personality and have fun with it. It's great. You work so hard, but you get the extra time on stage that I don't think you'd get with figure.
Yeah, how many weeks out did you start dieting for this show?
Well, I did the Arnold earlier in the season, so I just kind of kept with it.
Wow. And I was looking at your competition history before I was doing a little research on you. Now, you've been really busy. I mean, you've been in the NPC, you've done a bunch of national level shows, plus you've been doing some major damage in the IFPA. You came up and through the OCB and the INBF. So, do you plan on taking a break after this show, or what's your next step after this? Because you just stay competitive all year round.
I'm dying for a break.
Are you now? You know?
Break. Yeah, I'd love to be able to eat some corn on the cob and some strawberries this
Yeah,
summer.
well, maybe you might deserve that. 'Cause if you do well enough in this show, you might just have to take a few months off to make your pro debut. So, we shall see.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Now, do you keep your calories somewhat fairly high or moderate? And how do you go about that?
In my off season?
Yeah. Well, say 12, 16 weeks leading up to a show. Because I think some people just don't eat enough going into a show. They restrict their calories too much. Like maybe less than 1,000 calories a day. Where do you keep your calories at?
I keep my calories consistent. It's usually probably about between 1,000 to maybe 1,400.
Yeah.
But I have somebody that I work with.
Okay, so you got a prep course.
I don't do it myself. That's a science that I don't know much about.
It is, and it just makes it so much less stressful when you got somebody else taking care of that for you. All you
I
gotta do
people
is show
telling
up.
me what to do.
Yeah, just tell me what to eat and when to eat it.
Exactly.
I'll do what you say, and I'll just show up on competition day and be ready for you, the best package. So, do you believe this is the best you've ever looked in? Is this the best Rachel Baker that we're gonna see?
Yeah.
Is it?
I do. I feel confident when I'm bringing to the stage. More confident than I have in the past couple of shows, and so, I've decided before I get on stage, I'm winning.
Wow.
So, personally, I'm winning, and if the judges agree, that's great. So.
Now, did you know you were going to do this show at the Junior USA, or did you figure you did so well at the Junior USA, you're like, well, I'm going to keep this physique and go into the Junior Nats, see what happens. So you didn't make your mind up till last second, huh?
Yes, I made my mind up 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
when I got off the stage of finals.
Well, from what I hear people talking about, you're one of the favorites to walk away with the pro card, so I'm rooting for you. And I mean, it's actually, you're one of the reasons I'm actually up here. I mean, there's a few girls that came up to see, but you're one of the main reasons I wanted to come watch you and see what you had to do. And I'm just glad, because you flew in here from Baltimore. You've been up since 3 a.m. this morning, right?
Yeah.
Something like that?
It was early morning.
I mean, she's been up since 3 a.m. And she flew in from Baltimore, and it's 10 o'clock now. She's still awake. She's not going to get much real sleep anyway, but she's a real trooper for doing the interview this late. So I'm going to cut it out right there because she's got to get some rest. She's got a big day ahead of her tomorrow. She might be looking at the newest IFPA Pro. So until next time, you got Rachel Baker, you got Mike Neumann, you got Midwest Muscle. Thanks for watching. Rachel Baker, we're out of here.